gosh. Okay, so I just realized that the audio was not working. Yeah, I'm not going to redo this. So let me catch you up on where we're at. We basically started up here. Oh man. Holy crap, that sucks. Yeah, I'm not sure where that stopped working. So I'll just run you through where we're at to get you caught up. So we started out up here. We're in the park where you're ultimately going to be looking for some pedestals to turn off, to return some runes to some pedestals to stop Eldermane from summoning so many minions. We started to work our way down. We were able to get rid of a couple of units down here, a bear shark, an archer, a grunt. But as it turns out, with our initiative, we did run into some problems where these boomers got an extra move. The guard got down here, weren't able to do kill him. Tank, fortunately, was able to defend against him. So that's good. Bebo did grab an amazing card. Basically, it's a 3-range attack in a straight line. Super powerful as a result of an event that she passed the knowledge check with. And we are now on Gunbjorn's turn. He has his 2 actions. He moved. He attacked. He did manage to kill with this roll here and the couple rerolls the boomer. However, what happens next? Well, poison happens next. So what do we have to do when poison happens? Well, we have to take a poison counter, okay, and we place it on Gunborn. I'm actually going to put it over here on the track, so I'll remember that. Until he rolls an axe shield symbol on a defensive check at the end of his turn, he suffers 1 wound. If he rolls a crit, once he rolls a crit, the poison's gone. So basically, he gets a defensive check at the end of his turn. If he rolls the axe, gets a shield, he doesn't take damage, but the poison stays. If he gets a crit, then the poison goes away. That's essentially what's going on with that. Yeah. Now, I'm assuming, unfortunately, I don't see it. Yeah, I'm assuming that doesn't stack. So, and I may be wrong on that, so he's the best one to hopefully stand there and try to take out the boomer. Because he's already got the poison. And it does say at the end of his turn, this is the end of his turn, so based on the verbiage, as they say, we're going to go ahead and roll his defense. He has a 2. Alright, so we're looking for action shield to stop the damage, crit to get rid of it. Alright, so there's the action shield. But remember, we do get a defensive reroll with our lucky gem, so we're going to reroll this one. Okay, so no crit, but he doesn't take damage. Okay, that could be worse. So we're going to go over to Tank now. And Tank is, what is Tank going to do? I think Tank's going to have to attack. That's really what I'm going to do. He's going to attack the guard over there, whose defense is, oh Lord, whose defense is 3, and they have 5 XP. He has to attack, by the way, because this guard also has taunt, and taunt forces any close heroes to attack it. So, if they make an attack, if they're close and they had a ranged and had multiple targets, they would be forced to attack the guard. So, it is what it is. Alright, so he's got a 3 dice attack. 2 actions. Going in with the first attack. Wow, that is horrible. Second attack. With the second action, he's going to attack again, and that's 2 hits. But again, we need 2 defense naturally, plus another defense because of the guard's position on the track. So he actually has 4. So not going to help. So as such, yep, Bebo's next. So Bebo is going to go 1, 2 for the first action. Bebo is then going to fire the leech. Oh man, this could be really bad. This could be okay because if Bebo kills this, it's going to be 4 XP, which is going to mean a tier spawn, and that spawn's going to happen right here. Ay, Chihuahua. Okay, well, I mean, we need it. So, normally a 4 dice attack because of the spell card, and an additional one because of the slot. So we have 5 attack dice. Looking for ranged, and we have no rerolls. Yep, no rerolls. So, first action. Wow, that is a beautiful melee attack. A horrible. Wow, actually, that is the second action. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Eileen, going up next. That was 2 actions for Bebo. 1 to move, 1 to attack. Okay, Eileen has got movement. A lot of movement, actually. I don't want to burn the movement. Actually, Eileen could get all the way over here. The grunt would attack. Could move. Right? But is that really going to do any good? So the reason I say move is when we talk about dodging, she would actually go right in, she's in there within range of that guard. So she moves out. That is going to be an attack, that's going to happen. It's a single dice attack, but it is an attack nonetheless. So potentially, if she succeeds in dodge, she could do a damage to that guard. But what's the point? Where's she going to go? Because if she goes too close to up here, then if those get hit, if those get killed, and she's close to them, she is going to take damage. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's going to be for the best because, this is going to always attack him. So yes, this grunt will attack Eileen, but it is what it is. Oh, okay. Treasure, sweet. All right, so let's see what we get. So here's our treasure cards, and just so you guys know that I'm not doing any kind of shenaniganery, let's go ahead and give it a good shuffle there. Right, give it a shuffle in. Now, I will say this. So at Gen Con, I got a couple of promo cards. This is basically a bow that's a 4 dice bow that does melee and ranged, and they are in here. And yes, I'm going to play with them because it's my game. Okay. Amulet of Protection. +1 defense, +1 HP. Ooh, that's very good. Very good for Eileen. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's nice, because now she's got 3 defense and 5 HP. Oh. I like that. That was one action, was the move. Second action is going to be to attack. The grunt that's in front there. So that's going to be a 3 dice ranged attack. It's not melee, unfortunately. Again, in the movement, so that's how she was able to get 3. But I did not do this. Okay, so because she moved out of this space, she does have to going to receive an attack because she moved within attack range of at least one enemy, and actually this one too moved through it. And so she's going to have to roll, before she got to that point, to get here, she would have to roll a dodge, 2 dice. A crit is a success. I mean, technically we would roll again, but whoa, that was magic. But that does mean after a successful dodge roll, deal 1 wound to any close enemy. So she had to make the dodge roll here, so bam, 1 damage there. Only 4 more to go. Golly, this guy sucks. Alright. So now we're going to do the 3 dice attack ranged with 1 attack reroll versus the grunt that's there. And that's 1 hit. And we did get 1 attack reroll, so we'll reroll this die. Okay, there we go. 2 hits against the grunt. He has 1 defense, 3 HP. So he does take 1 damage. Whoop. Okay, and that is Eileen. Guard goes next. Guard would move and attack. It doesn't need to move. It can attack. So it's going to attack closest hero in range. There are 2. If there's a tie, we go with who's highest on the initiative meter. This, of course, is our stalwart friend Tank, who will be rolling normally a 2 plus 1 for his shield, plus another 1 for his position on the track. He is going to be defending against 1 damage. Oh, sorry, he's going to be defending against 2 damage. We are hoping, we are hoping that we're going to be hoping that he gets some crits, because for each crit he does wound because of his vicious counter. Which I don't know why I put that over there. 1 wound, vicious counter, crit defense causes 1 wound, close attacking enemy per crit. Yep. So 4 dice, boom. Alright, so he does get 3 total defense so far, plus this crit. No rerolls, so boom. Alright, so he gets 3 defense total, so he does block the damage, and 1 crit means that this guy takes another wound. So, very, very nice. Alright, Grunt goes next. The Grunt's a wee bit enraged. He is going to attack Eileen, because Eileen is close. Grunt normally does 1 damage, however, being in this position, that means he does 2 damage, and Eileen will have to defend. Now, remember, fortunately, we just got this amulet, so Eileen gets 3 defense dice. So hopefully she can block this. And she will get 1 defense reroll because of her stiletto. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll definitely be re-rolling 1 of these. Okay, no dice. Well, 3 dice and no blocks. So that means... Oh man, that stinks. Eileen is going to go take 2 damage. And it's going to go down to 3 health. Boom. Boomer would normally move. Doesn't need to move. It is going to attack. It's going to attack... Oops, let's go back here. Moved it down here. It's going to attack Gunbjorn. Gunbjorn is going to get his defensive roll, which is a 2 and a re-roll. The Boomer only does 1 damage. So here's his 2 defensive roll with 1 re-roll. Oh, sorry, he gets a 3. That's right, because Yeah. Boom. Okay, so there is 2. There's no encounter or anything, so there's no sense in rolling the crits. So he does defend against that damage. Very nice. And I just realized now why they have those plus attack, plus defense tokens. I see how you could put that above if you're playing by yourself as a reminder that you get that. And not have to check the cards every time. Okay. Cool. That's the boomer. There's only one on the board, so it is what it is. Gunbjorn is next. He is going to go. He is definitely going to do the attack thing again. Ranged with his longbow, 4 dice. He gets 2 attack rerolls going towards the boomer. Wow. Okay, so 2 of those are horrendous. So here's the 2 rerolls. Alright, so there's 1 hit. And so that is going to count. And 2 hits. Yeah, so he gets 2 damage on the boomer, who, of course, would have 3 health. But that was, in fact, his first action. His second action will be to do the same thing. Firing again, and here we go, looking for ranged. Okay. Oh gosh, I don't think I can re-roll. Well, I don't know. So here's for the crit. All right, I get 2 re-rolls. So these 2 are hits, and re-roll just because I'm curious. Wow. Okay, so there's 4 damage with the second one. Definitely murderizes that boomer. It's going to go away. There's much rejoicing. However, there's not as much rejoicing as you may think. Because now, guess what happens? Let's just go down to our hero sheet. Boomers are worth 1 XP. That's awesome. Gunbjorn already has 3. What happens? He goes to 4. And what happens when he goes to 4? But an experienced tier spawn. Now, it says it spawns at the closest location, so we've got a choice to make. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Can you see that? 1, 2, 3. That's one location. 1, 2, 3. That's the other location. Those are the 2 closest. So the question is, do we want to spawn anything? Whatever we spawn, do we want to spawn it over here? Or do we want to spawn it right here? I'm thinking, let's do it right here, because that's going to give us a whole, yeah, we're going to do it right there. So we're going to go over here for spawn deck. We're going to draw the top card, and we are now in tier 2. Okay, so here's our tier 2 spawn: 1 caster and 2 archers. So let's grab 1 caster and 2 archers. So archers, archer, and archer, and 1 caster. Boom. So there's our casters and archers. Okay, so now let's go over here. We do casters first and then archers, right? So what that means is we have to add them in that order. Oops, didn't put that over there. Caster, then archer. We have to put them in that order on the initiative track. And caster is going to go here. and Archer is going to go here. Alright, so those get added. And remember, this is the end of Gunbjorn's, that was the second action. He does have a third action now. So I guess his third action will be, I believe he gets that immediately, so he's going to fire at the grunt over there with his 4 dice with his third action. So let's take a thing here, and we're going to put that, mark that his third action there. Excellent. So looking for ranged or crits with 2 re-rolls. 2 re-rolls. Wow. Okay, so 1 hit. The grunts do have 1 defense. So, yeah. So they're not going to take any damage. So, unfortunate. Right. So then at the end of his turn, he is going to do his defensive reroll for the poison. And he does block it with this, if I keep it, which I am. He does get 1 reroll on all defense checks because of the lucky gem. If we can get a crit, yes, we got a crit. Poison goes away. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whew. That's bad juju, man. That poison sucks. Okay, so oh, I just need to get that to tank. Okay, so his turn's done. Caster goes. Now, Caster, their ability, -1 attack to all heroes that are close to the caster. So these 2 are at -1 attack right now. But the caster's going to go is the only caster here. Obviously, it's engaged. And it's going to attack Tank because he's highest on the initiative track because these 2 are tied. And it's going to do 2 damage because it is in the attack slot. So Tank has got to defend the 2 damage. He gets a total of 3 defensive dice. Now, if he can roll a crit, it's going to do some damage to this thing. This caster only has 3 health, so maybe we can get lucky and get some crits. And wow, no defensive rerolls? I don't believe. No. Oh wait, he should get 1 more die. He's in the defensive slot. Okay, so he blocks 1 of the 2 damage, so he's going to take 1 damage. That is unfortunate. So he's going to go from 5 down to 4. Alright. That takes care of the casters. The archers are going to go, and again, they are going to attack Tank, who will again have 4 defense. They're in the speed slot, so they get 1 extra movement, but they're not using it because they're already in range. So, and well, no defense with 4 dice. That's horrible. So they're going to do 1 more damage. Won't go back to a sheet. He's going to go down to 3. Eek. Alright. He's going up. He's up. I think he's just going to use his attacks. He's going to... I think he's going to beat on the caster. Yep. I think that's what he's going to have to try to do. So his first action is going to be to attack the caster. It's here. And that was horrible. His second action is going to be to do the same thing. Remember, he would normally have 3 dice. He only has 1 because of the miasma. And that's 1 hit. Casters do have 1 defense, so he does no damage. Bebo goes next. Bebo has a 4 dice attack. +1 for her slot. We subtract 1 because of the miasma. She gets a 4 dice. Ranged, again, she's going to be targeting that caster. Alright, here we go. Looking for some good hits. Okay, so there's... she get any rerolls? I don't think she gets any rerolls. No rerolls. Okay, so we did get a crit, though. So let's get us another die. Let's put these out here. So bing, bang, boom. And alright, so no bueno. First action is going to be 2 hits to the caster. 1 is blocked, so the caster is going to take 1 hit. And then each one of the 1 AoE wound. So each one of the other units are going to take 1 wound. So the 2 archers are going to take 1 wound apiece. Alright, that was her first action. Her second action will be to do the same. Alright, so here we go. Give them a good shake. And ranged attacks, go. Oh, wow. Okay. The pain train is here. That's 2 crits, which means 2 more dice. Oh my gosh. Another crit means another die. Finally a miss. Wow. Okay. So, the caster is going to take 6. -1 for its defense is 5, which is more than enough to obliterate it by itself. It's gone. Boom. Then there's 3 AoE wounds. 3 AoE wounds by itself is more than enough to kill both of these units. So, boom, both of these units, bye-bye. They're gone. All these are worth 1 XP. So, she has 2. She's going to get 3. So, that's going to be 5. Boom, boom, boom. That is tier 2, but remember we're already in tier 2, so we don't do a spawn. But that does open, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, another action. So she now has 3 actions per turn. And you better believe, my brother, that she's going to be using her 4 dice spell and her +1 for her initiative, which are now not hampered by that crappy caster miasma bowl malarkey. And she is going to be firing on the guard, hoping to take him out, because she could actually, the next point where we transition is 9 points, so if she takes the guard out, it's still not going to give us another level. So, ranged, okay. Alright, so we've got 3 hits, and just double checking. Yep, okay, and here's the crit. Oh, we're going to count it. So that's 4 hits. With the crit, AoE wounds don't do anything because it's other units. But the guard does have 3 defense, so it's only 1 damage. That's a total of 3 damage on it out of the 5. Now, we do have an interesting option here. Oh, casters are gone and archers are gone, so she does take those right back off the board. That's her actions. Now, we go to Eileen. So here's the thing with Eileen. This is what I'm thinking. Eileen could choose to fall back, which means she would go to the very end of the queue. She'd go to position 7. Everybody would shift up. Actually, you know what? There aren't any boomers either. So it's really like this. So she would shift up, which would give Gunbjorn an additional attack, and more importantly, get the guard out of that defensive slot. Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I think that's the best thing we can do. So she's going to fall back with all of her actions. No, we're still here. That's what she does. Now, when you do that, it's going to go here, but that guard did not have a chance to go, right? So the guard is actually still going to get to go, and because it would normally have gone here. So the guard is going to go, and the guard is going to attack Tank like normal with his one attack. Tank is going to defend with his 3 defense dice and hopefully get a crit or 2. Oh my gosh, are you serious? No rerolls either. Oh jeez. Okay, well, Mamma mia. Alright, so it's 1 more damage. Jeez, okay, so here's the problem. Tank is hurting. I think we're gonna have to yeah, we need to trade. Gosh, Bebo should have done that. What was I thinking? Holy crap. Eileen and Bebo both need to give Tank. Yeah. I gotta work on that. Alright, so that was the guard's go. Gunbjorn goes. With his attack slot, it's going to be 4 dice plus 1 is 5 versus the grunt. Now let's remember though, the grunt is in the defensive slot, so normally he would have 1 defense, he now has 2. So ranged attack from Gunbjorn, first ranged attack from Gunbjorn, it's 3 actions, and that's 3 hits. He does get an attack reroll, 2 attack rerolls, so we're going to take the 2 that were not hits and roll those. So there's a hit, and this was, let's put all these over here because it's going to get confusing. So he says for that crit, and it's a miss. So these 2 are misses. The grunt has 2 defense, so we take 2 of those away. That means 2 damage goes through, which is enough to kill the grunt. So the grunt comes off the board. Gunbjorn gets an XP that will put him up to 5, and I just realized that I did not have that on the board. My apologies. You didn't see any of that? Okay. Eileen is in the movement slot. Yeah, so here's what Eileen's going to do. Eileen is going to use their first action. 1, 2, 3. Eileen's then going to use a trade action. Yeah. She's going to trade this Amulet of Protection to Tank. Boom. So a couple things happen. First thing, he gains an HP, because he gets plus 1 HP for that, so he'll go from 2 to 3. But Eileen is going to lose an HP, so she's going to go from 3 to 2. Right? Because that item is going bye-bye. And that is her 2 actions. That's all she could do. That should have been here. So then we go back to the top to Tank. So first action, Tank is going to trade with Bebo, and Tank is going to grab this Scale Helm is a helm, and it is also going to go on his person. So now he has 5 defense dice. So hopefully this will help him be just a shield wall. That's his first action. His second action might as well be to attack with his 3 attack dice. Really needs a better weapon. I don't have a good one-handed weapon that's more than 3 dice. So here we go. 3 dice against the guard. Remember, the guard is now in the movement slot, which means his defense is only 2. He has 3 damage on him. We need 5. And only 1 hit, no rerolls or anything like that. So no bueno for tank. Bebo is going to attack with 4 dice plus 1 for her spots. That's 5 dice ranged with her first of 3 actions. Let me use the dice down here because this is always the hard part for me, is like keeping up with these actions with all the different people. So she's going to spend her first action, and it's going to be ranged attack 5 dice. So there's 3 hits and 2 additional. Okay, so yep. So she's going to do, none of these count, so it's going to be 3. That's going to do 1 damage to the guard. Yep, so that's going to put him up to 4 damage. She's going to spend her next action. Same thing. No rerolls, that's horrible. And spend her final action. Same thing. Okay, there we go. 4 and 2 more. Okay, and another one. Wow. Okay, 6 damage minus 2 is 4 damage. More than enough to take out this guy. She's going to get 2 XP for that. Let's go ahead and go down to these guys. It's going to put her up to 7. So she's still in that second stage there. But most importantly, oh wait, you know what? Oh shoot, that grunt should have been gone. Oh, it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, so I apologize. I forgot to take the grunt out from earlier. That moved everybody up, but I don't think it would have made much of a difference. So the guard's gone, and there you go. So now it's really just a movement game, right? So that was all of her actions. Gunborn goes next. And actually, he's going to go 1 action to move here, and his second action is going to be to give the lucky gem to Tank. Alright, so that's going to give Tank basically a lot of rerolls. Okay. Cool. So that's all of his actions. Oops, sorry, that should have been him. That's both his actions. Aline goes next. 1, 2. Now the question is, do I want to... Who do I want to step on that location? Because I'm going to have to do that. I kind of want Bebo to do it. So we'll just go here with Eileen. Tank, 1, 2 with 1 action. Here with a second action. Then Bebo, 1, 2, 1, 2 with the second of 3 actions. Okay, so let's see what this is. And it is, oh, holy crap. Another treasure. I shuffled these, I swear. Alright, so you saw me shuffle it before. And she's going to get, ooh, Mighty Gloves, +1 attack. Okay, right. Very nice. And I think that's probably going to go to tank, just to be honest. She could be quite the destroyer of worlds. Yeah. Yeesh. Alright, so, but this is here. Oop. So we'll put that back there. So she's there. And I think at this point in time, it is academic. In order to flip this token, hey, we're all on the same tile. So in order to flip this, basically to end this scenario, we all have to be on the same tile. And that's, my understanding, tile is this physical tile. So we are there, and there can be no enemies on the board. There are no enemies on the board. So Bebo will use her last action to flip that. And bing, bang, boom. There you go. That is the first encounter of 3 for this campaign. Excellent. So, now the question is, well, what happens when we do that? Well, remember, there are some steps that occur once we do that. And I will have to look up said steps because I always forget. So, let's go through the checklist, shall we? Yes, we shall. Starting a new encounter. When heroes enter a new encounter by flipping a tile, new spawn points, dark tiles, and other tokens, blah, blah, blah. Spawn enemies on the board. Let's see here. Trading as we start a new scenario. Processing, there are 3 levels. 2 scenarios. Progress the next one. When a heroes enter a new encounter, this is when you place. As we place spawn enemies on the board, but sure spawn the enemies. For all enemies response with the initiative cards. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what's going. So basically, what happens is everybody gets an XP. So, boom. We'll go to 4 for tank, who with all these defensive items. Now, these are both accessories, but you can have as many accessories as you can hold. You get the bonuses. If it's a blue backed item, like helm, armor, which I forget what the color is, but those you can only have 1 of. So if you had like 2 helms, you couldn't use both helms. You could only use 1 helm. Right? Makes sense. So he gets an XP. Sorry, he gets an XP. He gets a health. Excuse me. Gunbjorn gets a health, but he's already. Oh, he actually should be at 5 because he got rid of that. Eileen will go up to 3. Good deal there. And Bebo would go up, but there's no point. So, indeed, we have completed this encounter. Okay? Yeah. And the thing is, right, so with the encounter, what transfers is the experience tier. So what's going to happen is, in our next video, when I have this set up, when we do the spawning, instead of spawning as we would normally do at tier 1, we're already in tier 2. So all of the initial spawns on the next board are going to start at, are going to start at tier 2, right? So it's going to be harder. We don't get any XP. Oh, sorry. We don't get any XP. We get the 1 HP. So, yeah. And the initiative, my understanding is the morale track also does not move. So, you know, you can't die like 4 times per encounter. It's, you know, a unit would be, your hero would be downed. If it's down more than 4 times across all of the scenario, right, then that 5th down would be game over. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I apologize for I don't know what happened with the audio early there, and you kind of jumped into the action, but hopefully that won't happen again. I guess it's been a while. My equipment is mocking me, I suppose. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I'm the Board Game Roamer, and I appreciate your views. I appreciate your comments, your likes, your dislikes, as Cat Weasel says. Thank you guys for joining me at the table, hanging out with me, and I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video as we continue our quest in Wonder Cult of Barnacle Bay by Pandacult Games. Awesome, guys. Awesome game. If you have not checked it out, grab a copy of it because it is definitely worth it. All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.